Hey guys, it's West here, back with another From the Crumbs video on the Crushed Cookies account, of course. And we've got some updates for you guys. We got some dragons running in the backgrounds here. Really happy with this dragons team. I don't know how much I've talked about this Vertihill transmog, if I have, but Vertihill transmog, amazing in Dragons B10. That little bit of a speed boost really adds up in the end, actually. My the fastest time I was seeing before, or on average, like what was a regular fast time to see, was about 110, and now it's like 106 or something, or 103. But it's a little bit quicker with the Vertihill transmog. And I didn't know who else to transmog because there was no one at the moment that I really liked. I found out that Galleon's time to loot actually is slower with the transmog, so I didn't transmog Galleon. And this Vertihill looks pretty cool anyways. So we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. For anyone who missed the stream, I did pull a Chasun. That is a new monster. Super happy to get, because it's like all the Sky Dancers, I love them. They're all usable in a bunch of places, and Chasun especially. Like, I like her for raids. I like her for the Water Beast, for the Wind Beast. I like her for TOA. I like her for the upcoming guild PvE content. I can't wait to use her there as well. And so pulling her was super exciting for me. Really happy to get her pulled. I just need to farm some essence for her, but I got her 5-starred, and I don't know when we're going to Devilmon her. We're probably going to have to Devilmon her, though, just because, I mean, it's just soon, it's worth it. Maybe not, depending if we get her on, like, a 220 speed Violent set. Maybe then I'll consider not using Devilmons on her, but we're probably going to end up Devilmoning her. Just because, I don't know, she's one of those premium net 4s that are worth it. In the meantime, we have farmed through TOA normal as well. That's where we got our scrolls that we summoned in that summoning session. We also got LD Lightning. Don't get super excited or salty because it was a Hall of Heroes. However, this account was not around for the Hall of Heroes, so this is technically still a new monster that's going to be sitting in storage for a good while. I don't know. We will play with him someday, but right now he's going to sit in storage. And other monster that's exciting. No, I don't think there's much else. I've been really keeping tabs on the guild PvE content, though, and it seems like revivers are going to be really useful, so I'm probably going to get ready to 6-star my Eladriel next. I'm almost finished with the Panda Fusion. Yesterday was Fire Day, and I tried all day, and I could not get the Fire Viking, so I'm not going to have the Fire Panda fused just yet. I did want to fuse him for raid purposes, just as a frontliner. However, if I'm making Eladriel, I might just put him as a frontliner anyways. Not super ideal in terms of a frontliner, because Eladriel is going to have priorities in speed, defense, and HP, so we're going to lose a little bit of tankiness by building him on a build that's going to be more geared toward PvP content. However, for like raid 4 or whatever, it'll probably suffice. His base defense is pretty good at 6-star, so we'll see. But for sure he's going to get 6-starred and leveled up. Another unit, a unit I just 6-starred, is Melissa, mostly because I want the ability to do giants in the meantime while I do dragons, if for whatever reason I need to do giants for an event or something like that, and because she's really fun in some PvP situations where you're going to see invincibility. I see some teams that have a Chloe defense, and I know for a fact I'm going to outspeed them, even with this plus 30 speed Melissa. Either that, or I know that invincibility is going to be the only thing I have to deal with, like against Limas. So when I encounter defenses like that in arena, it's really funny to just kill enemies through their invincibility buff. So she's really fun to play with, and I'm going to use her guaranteed in PvP. Going to use her in RTA. Going to use her in Giants as well. We're also farming through the TOA stages. We beat TOA 100 normal, and we're going to do TOA hard 100 next, maybe in the next week or two, because, as you can tell here, in 12 days we have the Lucian and Zyros summoning stone rotation, which is super exciting, because for once I feel like I have an okay amount of summons for like free-to-play summons, right? Because all these have been obtained without paying anything. This is all just me accumulating this from Guild Siege, or the Guild War rewards, or from dungeons, or from TOA. So I mean, 21 summons. We're probably going to get Lightning. Doesn't mean it's Lucian. Maybe we get a Zeros. I don't know. Probably not. But sometimes free-to-play summons are a little bit better than the pay-to-play summons. Other things, the Hall of Heroes, we cleared through that. We got 175 pieces, so we didn't get the whole dungeon cleared, and I really didn't want to grind through it all just for a bunch of light kung fu girls. I understand you could use them as skill ups, blah blah blah, but I tried like 5-10 times. I tried with the safe reviver team. I wasn't too stressed out about it though. I did that on stream as well. I played around a little bit in those dungeon areas. In terms of teams, my lease is still looking okay. My violent rune drops have been decent in some areas. However, my shield drops have been a little bit better. I haven't powered up most of these runes, but there's like quite a few shield runes I have that are just like, oh, that's pretty good, you know, like oh, okay, that's pretty okay. Like, I'm not getting the 6-star blue violent runes. You know, it's like if I get a violent rune, if this was a violent rune, for example, this would be extremely exciting because this could potentially roll, you know, 2 6s in a crit rate and be an 18% crit rate, and then roll in a crit damage and then a speed or whatever, and roll really lucky. But it's a shield rune, so it's much harder for me to put to use right now, especially since I don't have a Theomars. Theomars is a monster I've considered putting on shield just because he's got some decent base HP. I've also actually considered putting a Mir on a shield build and a violent shield build eventually, so he could end up taking that rune as well. And this rune is not too terrible. So I've got quite a few of those. Revenge drops have been nothing recently. I haven't really kept any revenge runes lately. It's all been the same stuff. But I have been farming dragons. It's not evident by my mana because I've been spending a lot of mana lately to power things up and try out runes and try to get some better rune upgrades. But I have been flying through crystals. After we cleared out crystals, I talked about this on stream. My amazing girlfriend bought me another $100 pack. She's amazing. It was the crazy violent rune pack that gave us enough crystals to keep farming, and we got some crazy slot 2s that need re-ups. We have a bunch of speed slot 2s. I think we got 2 speed slot 2s and then 2 HP slot 2s that need, you know, of course, that need to be reappraised. Recently, I've taken a lot more of my own time as well to look at grindstones and the effectiveness of grindstones and enchant stones in raid. Yes, I understood the general idea, but I really looked in depth to the potential quality of runes by using grindstones and enchant stones. And with a lot of research, actually, sometimes your runes are better if they don't have all of the stats that you're looking for. If they only have 3 of the stats, for example. Because, for example, if you have an attack percent violent rune, please bear with me if this sounds like a bunch of gibberish coming out of my mouth, because I'm probably not the best person to explain this. But 6-star attack percent slot 2 rune with crit rate, crit damage, and flat HP, and then HP percentage, right? For example, a legendary rune. It rolls into everything except for flat HP, right? Now, you can enchant your speed onto it and potentially get 10 speed if you get really, really lucky with a legendary speed run or speed enchant. I understand super rare. This is just hypothetical. And then you grind that enchanted speed, and it goes from 10 to 15 with, again, another legendary lucky roll on a legendary speed grind. So again, really, really lucky. We're just talking about optimized, like, to the max potential when it comes to runes. So rather than having flat HP on that rune, you have 15 speed now. For example, if it rolled into everything else, right, the only thing that changed with the way the rune rolls before grinds and enchants is that it happened to have speed instead of flat HP. Now you could only grind that speed 5 more because there's an existing speed sub, so you get 11 speed. So technically, you know, you get 4 speed more by it not starting with speed. Yes, it's harder to get the enchants. Yes, it's harder to get the grinds. However, that rune that only had 3 of the substats that you wanted actually ends up turning out better by not having it, if of course you can avoid rolling into that flat HP. And this is a crazy hypothetical where there's a whole bunch of variables and a whole bunch of things that would have to fall in a line. But as often as I can, I try to get some better perspective on runes to keep, what kind of rune quality I'm looking for. I always like to educate myself in some way about the game that's going to help me progress more and is going to help me learn more about it. The next thing we have to talk about is guilds. So a while back, I told you guys that I joined this guild because it had easy guild siege and easy guild wars. Yes, it did. They weren't putting my alt account, they weren't putting Starry Nights account into the guild wars. They were putting in accounts that were 90 days or more away from the game, without logging in once, and they were putting those into the wars. So we were just losing wars because they weren't putting in any of the attackers who were reliable. And my alternate account, the Starry Night account, none of those accounts ever missed a battle. If they were in the battle, they always participated in the battle. And so it was really, really frustrating for, of course, Starry Night. It was really frustrating for me because the whole reason I was excited about this guild was because I could get the Leica account finally in a guild. So it was just really, really annoying to have to deal with all that. So what I went ahead and did, oh, that's a really squishy Chasun, is I created my own guild, and the name of the guild is the Cookie Club, it's Cookie Club with a space in between. Geez, can we get more violent procs? I don't know if we're going to win this arena offense. The MRs is going to go crazy. Oh yeah, we will. It's Cookie Club with a space in between Cookie and Club and then an exclamation point. I'll show you guys the guild. If anybody wants to join, it's a farming guild. Super casual in terms of rank we want to hit. The goal of the guild is to make sure everybody can get into wars. It is to win the wars, but not rank too highly. So here's the name of the guild if anybody wants to join. This is on the global server. But it's all going to be about farming. Everyone's just going to put up slime defenses, and we're going to stay at lower ranks just to make sure everybody can get their the rainbow amount a week and eventually get their Ifrit pieces every week. And of course, we're looking for active members. If you're active in the wars, we're not going to take you out of wars. We'll do what we can. Here we go. We'll do what we can to make sure as many people can attack as possible. If you miss an attack, I might take you out for one, but I'll constantly be in the guild chat because I know that's a big issue for a lot of people, is that there's zero communication. And I definitely had that in my last guild where there was absolutely no communication, where the guild leader would not be responding to all the people who had whatever issues they had, and it was just a little bit frustrating not being able to communicate and not being able to fight in the wars, especially when those accounts were active. So that's why I left that guild and created this guild. I'm going to try to work up to more members because I want to have as little downtime as possible. I know I probably should have done this at the end of the week, when the guild war rewards came in, but honestly, I just didn't want to deal with it for the rest of the week. So Trial of Ascensions complete. TOA hard, we need to still do that. We got the new guild. We're prepping for the guild PvE content because it seems like that's going to be pretty relevant and have some really good drops. So we're worrying about support-based violent runes. It doesn't change the fact that I'm in dragons. It just means I'm paying closer attention to those kinds of runes. So that's about it for this From the Crumbs video. I don't think there's too much else of relevance. If you guys have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. And if you want to check out the next stream when it goes live, make sure to go to twitch.tv/WestOreos and follow and turn on notifications so you guys can know, because my streams are pretty spontaneous. So if you want to check them out, I'm not very regular, so it's probably best to have that setting on so you guys know. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, it's West again. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more.